So my why is because damn it, I want to, because I can. No, that's not my why. My why is because I want to live longer. I want to be around to really make a change and see a change in my life. And I want to do some great things. I felt embarrassed when my boy told me to put my moobs away, and I'm only 40. I'm in my 40s. I felt embarrassed. It's just like there's no amount of push-ups that I could do. I've been in the gym regularly, but actually it hurt my feelings. I'm gonna say it. The first time I've said it, and he don't even know this. It hurt my feelings. And I'm just like, yo, nah, I don't want moobs. I don't want man boobs. And that's and but then also too, my mentality, my mental. I want to make sure that I'm healthy enough because everything is connected to your brain. Your brain is the biggest muscle in your body. So what other way to make my brain work the best that it can than by me working on my own body, my own inside self. And I felt as though this journey is already hard enough. You know how hard it is to motivate yourself in the gym when you're by yourself in those hours and you try and get on that assault machine. You know which one I'm talking about. Yeah, we hate that one. I hate that one. But I specifically hate it more when I'm in the gym by myself. I don't like to wake up groggy. I don't like to wake up irritable. So all these things that I'm starting to experience later on in life, I don't like these things and I need some help. And more importantly, I hate when I'm walking up the steps and my knee starts cracking. Now, I don't know if this journey can fix that, but I'm going to try. I'm really going to try my hardest. So what I did was I put together a panel. I put together some people, made some calls, sent some texts out, sent some DMs out, and people responded. And so I am here collecting data, collecting information, collecting knowledge to figure out what I have to do to stay and to achieve my peak performances. Peak performances because I'm a peak performer. So in everyday life, I'm always performing, whether it's being the best real estate agent, being the best podcaster, being in a peak performance where, you know what, I got an idea. I want to make a show called The Peak Performance Lounge, and I'm going to put it out and give it to you. So then I can't be the only one that gets this information. No. That would be very selfish of me. And if one thing about being a peak performer is you can't be that selfish. I didn't say you couldn't be selfish. You can't be that selfish. I want to be able to give this information out so then you know of what you can do, of how you can be a peak performer. You're asking, well, who did you go talk to, Shoni? I'm going to tell you who I went to go talk to. I talked to somebody who played in the NFL. Now, I played in the Arena League, so I didn't go to the NFL. So they're more of a better peak performer than me. I talked to somebody who ran a marathon. I talked to somebody who actually opened his own gym, decided to follow his dream, riding his bike to his gym that he created so he could live his dream, so he could be in his peak performance. I talked to a professional golfer because, let's be honest, we all need help on our golf game. And I'm trying to be a peak performer in my golf game as well. I even actually got a counselor, one of the number one counselors in Houston as a high school counselor, because throughout, not only is your body important, not only is my body important to be a peak performer, my mind. Now, we always forget about our mind and our mental health and our mental toughness, but I didn't. I got somebody that's gonna help me get to my peak performance, even in my mental strength. Now, and I even talked to a guy that, you know what? I even talked to somebody that was on the SWAT. And I asked him, was SWAT, the movie with LL Cool J, was that a good movie? Was that a good representation of the SWAT? I don't know. You'll have to listen and find out. But I know that he's in his peak performance because he told me. And I got the inside key. Who else did I talk to? I talked to a lot. Who else did I talk to? I talked to, hold on. Just stay with me. I'm blanking. I'm blanking right here. I'm not blanking. But I talked to a triathlete. I talked to somebody who is a triathlete or who was a triathlete. No, who is a triathlete, because later on in life they decided at 40 they wanted to do a triathlon. I want to do these things. Some people jump out of planes. Some people go bungee jumping. Some people do daredevil stuff that I don't want to do. The only thing that I want to do is live a long life and find the secret. Everybody's looking for longevity. We're looking for the fountain of youth. Well, at the Peak Performance Lounge, I'm trying to find the fountain of youth through all natural ways, not through some type of miracle that I gotta go on a big old treasure hunt and there's an actual fountain of youth. There may be an actual fountain of youth. I don't know where it is, but I don't want that, because everybody's probably put their hands in that water and it's probably tainted, and you probably need some hand sanitizer just to drink it, right? So no, this is all information that is needed. So what I think is gonna happen, I don't think they're going to give me the information that I need. And I think that I'm going to have to go and search some more for this information. I really do believe that. But what I want to happen is I want to ingest all the information and all the knowledge and absorb everything that I can to be a better performer in life, to be, I keep saying it, at my peak performance. Now, once we deep dive in there, I'm going to figure out what works best for me. Only me. Because I want to believe that there are more me's out there that's just like this. Like, we feel as though we don't need any help. We got all the knowledge that we want. I'm like, well, you really don't have the knowledge that you want. There is more out there. I want to be able to have that conversation. I want to be able to ask a nurse practitioner, like, do you really think testosterone is really the answer for me? Because I don't believe it. I just don't believe that there is one way to go about doing something. And that's what this whole thing is about. I'm doing my own research. Because I'm one of those people that if you tell me something, I'll believe you. But then 5 minutes later, I'll probably be in a deep dive on YouTube looking up exactly what you said. So that's essentially what I want you guys to do here. Don't take my word for it. You know how we always used to say, don't take my word for it. Go do your own research. Well, I want you guys to take my word for it. And I want you to do your own research, and I want you to also learn something from this, because I want to learn a lot. And if I don't, I'm going to try this again, because I'm that bold to just keep seeking out the information. And until I feel as though I'm done, then I'm done. But the Peak Performance Lounge won't be done. But the Peak Performance Lounge won't be done. It'll still be here. But I'm still going to seek that information out. I'm still going to try and find that information out. That was the intro. Let's have a real conversation. I never really thought what peak performance really meant. Now, I got all these people to come in and talk to me, but what is that gonna do, really? we just have a conversation, because nobody never listens to anything that anybody says anyway, right? But I'm actually gonna really listen. I'm actually gonna ask those questions that I've always wanted to ask, and yeah, I got some reservations because these aren't my friends, but they're very trusted sources that were brought to me. I don't know them from a can of paint, as we always say, but the good people at Gameday Health have partnered with me so I can find out these answers and find out these questions. I am afraid to be vulnerable with people that I've never met before. I'm afraid to like have these conversations and be open about my health and my mentality, and just constantly that age thing. I know we live in a place where we're ageist, where you can't do something because you're this age. Anything in life. You can't act that way because you're this way. You can't act that way because you're this old. You can't act that way because you're this age. I am tired of age redefining what I can and what I cannot do. And I will not let anybody or anything stop me from doing what I can, because I am limited by my body and I am limited by my age. I won't be a prisoner to my body. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen to somebody very close to me who was one of the strongest people that I've known. And she became a prisoner of her body. And so starting today, starting with this is my first step. And God willing, and God does, that I won't be a prisoner of my body because of the information that I'm gathering. Am I gonna say some things wrong? Yes. Am I not gonna always ask the right questions? Yes. But that's okay. I say all that to say, welcome to the Peak Performance Lounge. You may not know what this is, but I do. And I'm gonna be your host. I'm Shoni. And we're gonna take this journey together, because we're friends. And who else but to take it with than me? Look at me as a curious competitor. Always that curiosity in competing. And I'm not competing with any of you. I'm only competing with myself to get this information so I can better myself, and then hopefully you can better yourself through it. So, welcome to the Peak Performance Lounge. I don't want to put my feet on my table. It's not a real table, but you know what it is. This is the Peak Performance Lounge. I'm your host, Choni Francis.